In the heart of international diplomacy, leaders gather. They come together to discuss pressing issues. One such gathering is the Quad Summit. The Quad, short for the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, brings together four key players. They are the United States, Japan, India, and Australia. The Quad Summit serves as a platform. It allows these nations to coordinate. They discuss strategy and build partnerships. The goal is a free and open Indo-Pacific region. The Indo-Pacific is a region of immense significance. It is home to vital shipping lanes. It possesses vast resources. The Quad nations recognize this importance. They are committed to upholding a rules-based order. The Quad's roots lie in humanitarian aid. It began as a response to natural disasters, where the need for coordinated efforts was paramount. In 2004, a devastating tsunami struck the Indian Ocean. The sheer scale of the disaster was unprecedented, affecting multiple countries and millions of lives. It caused widespread destruction and loss of life. Entire communities were wiped out, and the need for international aid was immediate and immense. The four future Quad nations came together. They coordinated relief efforts, pooling resources and expertise to provide timely assistance. This shared experience highlighted the potential for cooperation. It showed that by working together, they could achieve far more than by acting alone. Over time, the Quad evolved. What started as a humanitarian initiative gradually took on a broader scope. It transformed from a humanitarian initiative to a strategic dialogue. This evolution was driven by the changing needs and priorities of the member nations. This shift reflected the changing geopolitical landscape. As global dynamics shifted, so too did the focus of the Quad. China's growing assertiveness in the region raised concerns. The Quad nations recognized the need to address these emerging challenges. The Quad nations saw a need for closer cooperation. They understood that a united front was essential to maintaining regional stability. They sought to address shared security challenges. Through joint military exercises and strategic dialogues, they aimed to enhance their collective defense capabilities. The Quad's journey reflects the dynamic nature of international relations. It is a testament to how alliances can adapt and evolve over time. It shows how nations adapt to new realities. The ability to pivot and respond to new threats is crucial in today's world. It demonstrates their commitment to collective action in the face of evolving threats. The Quad stands as a symbol of international cooperation and resilience. During a recent Quad summit, an incident occurred. It involved US President Joe Biden. The exact details remain somewhat unclear. Reports suggest a potential slip-up in Biden's remarks. Some speculate that he may have misidentified or misaddressed a participant. Others argue that it was a simple misunderstanding. The White House quickly downplayed the incident. They asserted that it was of no consequence. However, the incident still made headlines. It sparked debate and analysis. Some saw it as a minor gaffe. Others viewed it as a potential sign of something more significant. The alleged slip-up drew varied reactions from the Quad nations. India, the host of the summit, maintained a diplomatic silence. They did not publicly address the incident. Japan and Australia, the other two Quad members, also remained relatively tight-lipped. The United States, however, offered reassurances. They emphasized the strength of the Quad partnership. They downplayed any suggestion of tension or discord. The muted responses from the Quad members suggest a desire to avoid escalating the situation. They appeared to prioritize the broader goals of the summit. They aimed to maintain a united front. Section 5. The Global Echo Media Frenzy and Diplomatic Fallout. Despite the Quad nations' efforts to downplay the incident, it did not escape global scrutiny. The world was watching closely, and the media was quick to react. Media outlets around the world picked up the story. Some sensationalized the incident, turning it into a major headline that dominated news cycles for days. They portrayed it as a sign of disunity within the Quad, suggesting that the alliance was on shaky ground. Others used it as an opportunity to criticize Biden, questioning his leadership and decision-making abilities. They questioned his fitness for office, debating whether he was the right person to lead during such turbulent times. On the diplomatic front, the incident provided fodder for rivals. Countries that were not part of the Quad saw an opportunity to exploit the situation. They seized on the perceived gaffe, using it to their advantage in international forums and media. They used it to sow discord and undermine the Quad's credibility, questioning the strength and unity of the alliance. The incident highlights the power of perception in international relations. What might seem like a minor event can be blown out of proportion. Even seemingly minor events can be amplified and distorted by the media, creating a narrative that can have significant implications. They can have far-reaching consequences, affecting diplomatic relations, political stability, and public perception on a global scale. In today's interconnected world, news spreads rapidly through social media, making it even more challenging to control the narrative. Leaders must be prepared to respond swiftly and effectively to manage the fallout and maintain their credibility. The role of the media in shaping public opinion and international relations cannot be underestimated. It is a powerful force that can influence the course of events. As the world becomes more interconnected, the impact of media coverage on diplomatic relations will only continue to grow. Section 6. A question of perception. Western hypocrisy in the spotlight. The incident at the Quad Summit also fueled broader critiques of Western hypocrisy in international relations. Some pointed to the incident as an example of the West's tendency to condescend to other nations. They argued that a similar gaffe by a leader from the global South would have been met with far harsher criticism. These critiques highlight the need for greater self-awareness and sensitivity in international interactions. They underscore the importance of treating all nations with respect, regardless of their size or power. Section 7. The Dragon in the Room, China's Shadow over the Indo-Pacific. Looming large over the Quad Summit and the incident itself is the rising power of China. China's growing assertiveness in the Indo-Pacific region has been a key driver of the Quad's formation and evolution. The Quad nations are wary of China's intentions. They are concerned about its military buildup and its economic influence. China views the Quad with suspicion. It sees the group as an attempt to contain its rise. The incident at the summit likely reinforced these suspicions. It gave China further ammunition to criticize the Quad and its members. Section 8. Navigating a multipolar world, cooperation and competition. The Quad Summit incident unfolded against the backdrop of a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape. The world is shifting from a unipolar system. It is moving towards a more multipolar order. This transition is creating both opportunities and challenges. The rise of new powers, like China and India, is reshaping the global balance of power. It is leading to new alliances and partnerships. It is also fueling competition and rivalry. In this complex and fluid environment, diplomacy and cooperation are more critical than ever. Nations must find ways to work together to address shared challenges. They must also manage their differences peacefully and constructively. Section 9. The Quad's Future. Charting a course through uncertain waters. The incident at the Quad Summit raised significant questions about the future of the grouping. The unexpected event has led to a flurry of discussions and debates among political analysts and international relations experts. Some analysts argued that the incident exposed underlying tensions within the Quad, revealing cracks that could potentially weaken the alliance. They suggested that it could hinder the group's effectiveness in addressing regional security challenges and promoting economic cooperation. Others, however, maintained that the Quad remains a vital forum for cooperation. They believe that despite the incident, the alliance's core objectives and mutual interests remain strong. They argued that the incident was a minor blip in an otherwise strong and resilient partnership. Such disruptions, they say, are not uncommon in international alliances. They emphasized the shared interests and values that unite the Quad nations, including a commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific region. The Quad's future will likely depend on a number of factors, including how well the member nations can navigate these challenges and maintain their collaborative spirit. These include the evolving security situation in the Indo-Pacific, where rising tensions and strategic competition require a coordinated response. The domestic political climates in the member states also play a crucial role, as leaders must balance international commitments with national interests and public opinion. Additionally, the broader state of global affairs, including economic trends and diplomatic relations, will influence the Quad's trajectory. The path ahead is uncertain, but the commitment to cooperation remains a guiding star. Section 10. The power of words, diplomacy, respect, and the path forward. The incident at the Quad Summit underscores the importance of careful and respectful diplomacy in international relations. Words matter. They have the power to build bridges or create divides. In a world often characterized by misunderstandings and mistrust, clear and respectful communication is essential. The Quad nations and all members of the international community should strive to engage with one another in a spirit of mutual respect and understanding. They should seek common ground while acknowledging their differences. Section 11. Beyond the headlines, building trust and understanding. The incident at the Quad Summit, while potentially embarrassing, should not overshadow the broader goals and aspirations of the grouping. The Quad represents a valuable opportunity for the United States, Japan, India, and Australia to work together to promote peace, stability, and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. By focusing on their shared interests and values, and by engaging in open and honest dialogue, the Quad nations can build trust and understanding. They can work together to address the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century.